Mike Bell challenges New York's own Paul Vizzio for the U.S. super lightweight crown. Joe Corley and Eddie Doucette called the action.
This is a rematch. Vizzio defended the title against Mike Bell back in Jacksonville, Florida. Bill Clark, the promoter in Jacksonville, Florida, put these two fighters together for a barn burner. It went 9 rounds to a unanimous decision for Vizzio, but Bell was there the whole time, and you'll see why. Hook kick to the head then by Vizzio.
This is a 9-round fight. This is the main event on our card tonight. This for the U.S. Super Lightweight Championship.
Hard right hand to the body then by Bell. Now I should say that Vizzio had cracked a rib 3 to 4 weeks ago. It's on the left side of his body, and he was concerned about that right hand of Bell's. That was a good left hook then by Vizzio. Bell seemed to shake it off. Vizzio thought he might have had Bell in trouble.
Vizzio 135 pounds, Bell 134.9 pounds. Can't get much closer than that. Bell with a record 19-2 and 8 knockouts. Vizzio 14-1, 6 knockouts.
You can see the kind of power in Mike Bell's upper body. Mike Bell does not burn up the sport with those kicks. Good right hand then by Bell. Vizzio looked like he tried to go down under that next right hand.
Vizzio 29, Bell 33. So Bell older, perhaps a little bit more experienced. But I suppose you reach a certain point, Joe Corley, where you learn as much as you can learn, and then it just becomes a question of applying technique.
That's right. The age, as the age gets up on you, you find that you don't quite have the desire that you had when you were earlier, but that's never been Mike Bell's problem. He seems to have his desire increase. Mike Bell looks like he's fighting smarter than I've ever seen him fight before.
Staying back. They still have to get in the minimum of 8 kicks, remember. Right now, Vizzio with 9 and Bell with 10.
The kick counters will count the kicks in the opposite corners from the fighter that they're standing in. And they have both men thrown some hard kicks in this first round. Nice front kick to the body, just as I said that, the bell rang.
All right, that's the end of round 1.
Mike Bell had 8 kicks in that round. Paul Vizzio with 11.
So Bell with the minimum, Vizzio 3 over. Vizzio the current champion, Bell former champion. Trying to regain his title here tonight at the Feld Forum in New York.
If you're scoring the fight at home, give 10 points to the man each time you think he wins a round. Give 9 points or 8 points to the man that you think lost it, depending on how big you think the margin was. We'll add them all up at the end to determine who we think won.
This is full contact karate, combining the best skills of boxing and karate. How many different kinds of karates are there, actually?
There are literally thousands of different styles.
And this incorporates all of it.
It does. Boy, Bell came in with a right hand to the body, followed with a left hook, caught Vizzio good. Good shot with it. Vizzio has come back with 2 good left hooks of his own.
Current lightweight champion Dan Macaruso is with us, and he's viewing this with a great deal of interest. Bell counters pretty well, comes back after a kick and then follows with a left and a right.
Nice jab then by Bell. Jammed the kick of Vizzio.
Dan, do you have a hard time finding people to train with here in the area?
Yes, I do. I don't know why. I don't think it's because I'm ugly. I know I'm a good-looking guy.
Dan has knocked out so many opponents. He's not lost a fight yet. Dan, you're what, 23, 24 and 0 now?
25 and 0.
25 and 0. Good, solid shot then by Vizzio.
Dan is not bashful either. Do you have a name, Dan? Do you call yourself anything beside Dan Macaruso?
Yeah, they call me Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Good right hand then by Bell. You see what kind of shot Vizzio is able to take. That was probably Bell's best right hand. Vizzio just shook it off, but maybe a little blood coming out of the nose. Looks like Bell is going to make Vizzio come to him in this fight. Looks like he doesn't feel like coming after Vizzio.
So that's the end of round 2. Officially, how do you have this one so far?
I've got Vizzio.
This is round 3.
And I got Vizzio hit 20-19 by 1 point. Hit him winning the first round. Second round even. Bell caught him some good hooks. Good right hand. Vizzio landed good right hand. 2 good hooks himself.
Very evenly matched.
I should say Vizzio normally picks up the movements of his opponents by the 4th round. Any mistakes they're making, he can pick up on by then.
They have one man scoring minimum kick requirements for each fighter. They don't miss a shot. Vizzio.
Nice technique, sweeping the foot, and Bell's complaining that it was high, but it was not. Swept the foot, came with a spinning back kick, started to do a jump spinning heel kick.
There's that leg kick by Vizzio. He hangs it out there like a serpent's tongue. Just kind of flicks it out there.
He'll hold it up, relax it, and then snap it.
Vizzio looks like he'd be a good boxer, too. So does Bell.
Bell's corner yelling for him to stay on the nose. Vizzio with a bloody nose. They want Bell to keep working on it.
Bell looks like he's dropping the dukes a little bit. How important is it to keep those hands up in this as opposed to boxing?
Oh, it's very important because it's the same as boxing. You're doing the same thing a boxer does, only thing you're throwing your legs. You have to worry about blocking 4 limbs rather than 2.
Nice double kick then by Vizzio. Put the foot down in between them. Good body shot then by Vizzio.
Vizzio and Bell. Vizzio with a bloodied nose.
Good left hook then by Bell. Vizzio looks a little dazed. I don't know why Vizzio watches that thing come all the way in, because it sure takes a long time to get there.
It's a 9-round championship fight. The super lightweights for the U.S. title. And Bell glides in, and Vizzio wraps him up. And that's the end of the 3rd round.
Here we see Darren McGavin in the audience here in the felt form, enjoying the matches.
Do a lot of these people that we're seeing now, celebrity folks, do they actually participate in karate themselves?
Yes, quite a few of show business personalities do. Like Bill Wallace was saying, he's training with Dan Aykroyd. You know, Steve McQueen was a big karate student, trained with a very good friend of mine, Pat Johnson, in Los Angeles, one of the top karate instructors in the world.
There's that red light on the top of the ring post, and what does that indicate?
That was 10 seconds left in the round.
10 seconds in the break, and we're ready to go. Vizzio in the dark trunks.
There's Bell using that hook.
And Bell in the white. Remember that these fellows have padding on their feet, but they do not have shoes on under the padding.
The pads do cover the tops of the feet. When they throw those side kicks and front kicks in, you've got skin going against skin. Now, Vizzio was caught with a couple of right hands and a couple of hooks in the first few rounds. The times I've seen him fight before, he's picked that kind of thing up and stopped being hit by it after the 4th round. And now he's going back to the legs, doing some axe kicks. You see him keeping that right hand up. Now he's not dropping the hand like he was earlier where the hook caught him.
Vizzio learned to fight in Italy, or is this something he picked up over here?
Well, he started his training here in the States. He's fought in some bouts here. We're told about where before he got into the PKA that were full contact fights where they didn't wear safety gear. Just wore bag gloves on the hands, and he was really won a lot of fights there. Now he's turned into a professional fighter and obviously has left to the body, right to the hand.
If a fighter loses his mouthpiece, will they stop the fight, put it back in?
In the professional fights, they will not. They just get it back to the corner where it stays till the end of the round.
Vizzio has lost his. Obviously, they're not going to. What kind of protection do they use on the lower portion of their body?
They wear a groin cup, very much like the hockey fighters. Hockey
players.
I don't know why.
Probably have it right. You know.
Went to the fight in the hockey game, broke out.
Seconds out.
Yeah, there's Dan Aykroyd. Both fighters with 9 kicks in that last round.
Round 5.
Vizzio with 54 kicks at the end of 4 rounds. Bell with 36.
Warning for grabbing behind the head.
That was a warning.
It was a warning. Bell grabbed around behind Vizzio's head. That's supposed to hold on. Obviously, you can't hold and punch, and that's what Bell was getting ready to do.
Vizzio and Bell. They exchange kicks. Vizzio trying to look for the opening to go with the gloves. Bell with the white pants, Vizzio with the dark pants.
Bill LaCory, the trainer from Orlando, Florida. Major Bill LaCory of the Orlando Police Department, training Mike Bell, giving him some good advice from the corner.
Incidentally, for this fight, they have waived the 3 knockdown rule, which is usually custom.
That's right. If a fighter is knocked down 3 times in a round in most bouts, the fight is stopped. But both these fighters have waived it because it is a U.S. title bout.
Joe, what is a sweep? What does that mean?
A sweep means you go in, sweep the man's foot out from under him, and you're supposed to do it boot to boot. Just as I was talking there, Bell landed a good stiff right on Vizzio. I can't believe I've never seen Bell fight like this before. He's actually picking Vizzio's defense apart. Vizzio is normally the man that does that. Right hand by Bell, hooked by Vizzio.
A lot of thought and a lot of planning, I'm sure, has gone into this for both fellas. Vizzio and Bell. As you see, 9 seconds remaining in round 5. We're live from the Felt Forum, Madison Square Garden, New York City.
Right hand to the body by Vizzio, right hand to the head by Bell.
Paul Vizzio, Mike Bell. Bell using a defense to generate an offense, it looks like. How close is this fight, Joe Corley?
I've got it by 1 point, but it could be even a wider spread than that. You know, Bell has laid back in this fight like he was the champion, and Vizzio has gone after him, which Vizzio obviously doesn't have to do, but I don't know what kind of fight it would be if Vizzio didn't. Good left-right combination in by Vizzio, catches Bell going back. Vizzio now making Bell miss with a wide hook. Vizzio throwing the right hand inside the hook coming now, which is something he might have thought about doing earlier. Now you start to see Vizzio picking up. Left-right combination by Vizzio. Good right hand, left hand counter then by Bell.
Bell stunned and had to come back with a flurry of his own.
But he did.
Boy, that Bell. His body would be a great subject for a kinesiology class. He is really put together.
Look at that right hand by Vizzio. He caught Bell with the right hand, followed with a left hook coming in. He's got him in trouble. Don't think he knew it.
Now Vizzio's corner telling him to back off and now start to make the move. Now his corner is urging him to move in.
Counter hook by Vizzio, catching Bell coming in. Bell touched him with the left hand. No real steam behind it when he got there.
They're trying to get Vizzio to move around Bell to his right. To the right of Bell. Vizzio dropped the right that time, tried to deliver the kick, and Bell hit him with a right. And that is the end of round 6. Let's take a look at some of the action in that round.
Bell going in, and he gets caught coming in with a short right hand by Vizzio, followed with a left hook. Bell comes behind it with his own left hook, but most of the steam was gone.
There's a good look at Mike Bell. 33 years old, New York. Bell 5'4", about 135 pounds.
I've got Vizzio coming back, winning that round. Got him tied up now, 58-58 at the end of 5 rounds. Vizzio had 12 kicks. Bell had 11. If it were to go to a draw, the title would stay with the champion. If for any reason there should be a draw in this fight.
So is this full-time occupation for these fellas? Do they have other jobs besides this?
Both of these men operate karate schools and fight. That's their occupation. Karate is a full-time avocation for both fighters.
Vizzio becoming a little bit more aggressive. Now he went to the leg that time and it looked like they got hooked. What was that tactic there?
Tried the right sweep again to unbalance Bell. Bell had a bunch of weight on that front leg, didn't take the balance off. Normally you'll throw a right hand, get the man to to lean back from it, get some weight off that leg before you sweep it. Bell then tried to do the same thing.
Do they wear any padding around their shin bones?
Good question. We do in the PKA require padding on the shins, same material as worn on the feet to make sure that you don't get caught with a kick with the shin.
Well, you know, you get into a situation where you have a lot of bone on bone. If you didn't, and boy, that would certainly cause a lot of breaks.
A lot of cuts develop that kind of blow.
We're in round 7. Vizzio in the black pants against Mike Bell. This is full contact karate. This is the final chapter of our story here tonight.
Good right hand in by Bell. That looked like it might have landed on the sore rib of Vizzio. First time I've seen him react to that. You saw him frown then when he missed the kick. That's
Vizzio said something to Bell that time, like, good move to get out of the way.
Now we've got Vizzio dropping the left hand down to block the right hand to the kidney, and Bell landed a right hand to the head.
Well, when they stick you, they don't mess around. These fellas haul off and really wail away. We've seen a couple of knockouts. One knockout, one TKO. And the bouts leading up to this one as we get down to the final seconds of the 7th round.
Good left hook by Vizzio. That staggered Bell coming in. I don't think he knows he's got him in trouble. Now Bell's got it back together. Good front kick to the body. Vizzio mixing his techniques up now. Good right hand. Good distance covered in, and Vizzio looked and grinned at somebody in the audience when he landed that right hand.
Boy, these fellas appear to be in just incredible shape. Let's take a look at some of the action in that round.
That was the left hook. You saw the timing on that.
We have 2 rounds remaining, and we'll know if Paul
Pretty good shot that time, Dan.
Oh, that was a good left hook. It was right on the money.
Mike Bell.
Bell had thrown himself off balance with that right hand. Vizzio moved back, kept his balance under control, countered, and came back with that front kick. Even though he threw that at the side that the elbow normally protects, it came up under, and the ball of the foot landed on the ribs.
If a fellow goes down, is the referee's count the only official count, Joe?
It is. He picks it up from the assistant timekeeper at ringside, but his count is official.
All right, we've got the kicks in that round.
Solid left hook again by Vizzio. He's now landing the harder blows. I've got him pulling ahead now by 1 point. He's got 86 kicks at the end of 6 rounds. There's a lot of energy that is required to throw that many kicks, and now he's starting to pick Bell's defenses apart.
Can you come off those ropes and use those ropes?
Yes, you can. Some fighters come off right into a punch. Some of them come off with a kick waiting for the guy who... Saw Stacy Keats come out of his seat when that punch landed. Mike Bell says he's ready to go.
Oh, Vizzio thought he had it. Bell, and Vizzio's moving in for the kill. And to the neutral corner goes the current champion. As Bell will go for the 8 count.
Bell trying to get it back together now. If he would have knocked him down again in a normal fight, it would end it. But Bell is coming back.
Outstanding effort by both these fighters here. Vizzio trying to close in. And they've gone more to the boxing than the karate here.
But Vizzio threw a roundhouse kick right in the middle of that, and now a spinning crescent kick.
They cannot avoid to get their minimum kick requirements in. They'll both be penalized.
Bell has only 7 kicks. Vizzio has 5 kicks.
He's got to get up to 8.
Good right hand by Vizzio.
Someone has got to remind Vizzio to get his kicks in. He's trying to put Bell away.
Vizzio has not kicked, but 5 times.
There's 1. He needs 2 more. Bell goes down. And they're going to stop the fight right here.
The referee stops the fight. Bell doesn't like it, but Bell's reflexes are just not there. His corner men are screaming at Will.
An incredible performance here by these 2 young men. Paul Vizzio, who has regained his championship or has held on to his championship. He never lost it. And Mike Bell, a former champ, attempting to get it back. What a performance we have had here. And unlike some of the fighting that you see in the boxing ring, These two fellas, when they saw an opportunity to put one another away, just kind of wailed away at one another. That's a word we've used a lot tonight, but I can't see any other way to describe it. A very happy champion, Paul Vizzio.
A happy Paul Vizzio showed all his ringside fans, from Stacy Keach to Robert De Niro, that he had the charisma to dominate the super lightweight division once he could get a world title.